VRD. Well, that was fast. Stay tuned, everybody. Hey everybody. Well, that's over here. Like I said, the next video would be the VRD. It's been a busy past couple weeks with, you know, getting ready to send kids back to school, all the shopping and whatnot, and stockpiling on a few other groceries for lunches and everything, and now going back to school. So it's and then work as well and other things. So it's been busy, but I have got some stuff done. I did kind of redo this area. There's lights behind me now. It's pretty cool, right? Sets the mood, you know. But I do have a VRD here. So, I have been building this for right around my birthday. So about a month now, you know, give or take. Just over a month, I guess. No, about a month. The motor's still on the way. So I ordered everybody told me, it's good, do it, you know. Buddy Manny's done it with all sorts of things, so I got a Fusion from AliExpress, and it is now in the country. I think it's actually, or my local courier has it. Like, it'll be here the next couple days. We'll see how that goes. But this build's kind of been, I haven't really cared too much about certain parts. I'm sure everybody remembers the Power Wagon body. This was on my Merge X, and it just so happens to fit the body post holes. So that's what's going on here. You know, it's just, it fits, that's what's going on. It's cut a little off, obviously. The body's got a bit of an angle. But, you know, I just don't care. This build is literally meant to do one thing. Crawl. The sliders are definitely too big. I need to get some better, or some different sliders on it, but I'll get to that. I have a 3D print file. I'm just going to 3D print some. So you take the body off. I found this. This came on a this here roof rack. It's a little bent now, but oh well. This came on a body that I picked up from somebody. So, and I saved it. So, well, that's on there now. As for the chassis itself, pretty basic. We've got a Amazon-ish. Oh, it is. It's an Amazon drive shaft. I don't even think it's Injora. I don't remember who it is. I bought them a few years back because I needed a drive shaft and just kind of needed something quick. And it was like, shelves up tomorrow. So, got them. They're still working, so, you know, can't really complain. Whatever. We've got the SAE shocks. There's definitely not any oil in them. I'll change the shocks up at some point. We'll get to that. I'm not really worried about it at the moment. As for the rims, Injora. I like these rims. My Buddy of mine, Manny, he's got 1 or 2 sets just like these. And I just like them. They look good with the Power Wagon body. And I thought, screw it, for the $40 they were to get, Canadian, going for it. And then from there, I got the Endura pins. I've been seeing a number of things about these tires. They're supposedly their own design, so it's not too bad. The wheels are definitely a Pro Build-esque wheel, I'll admit that. But I'm trying to keep things cheap on this build to get it going, and then I'll change things up. The rear drive shaft's a BoomRacing drive shaft. So, yeah. But the tires, when I went out the first time with a bunch of the guys, one of the guys, Ken, I think his name was. Who knows? Probably shouldn't say names, or it doesn't matter. I don't know. I guess I'll find out. He was running these tires, and that truck was crawling up everything. So I thought, screw it. Let's give him a shot. Rather than spending a pile of money on a pair of pins from, you know, Reefs or whoever else that sells them. I don't even think J Concepts has pins. Maybe they do. I don't know. Why not get these? I think they were literally cheaper. They were cheaper than the wheels, obviously, but they were right around like $30 range. So got those. Inside, these are Vanquish foams, stock Vanquish foams, and they're actually holding the truck quite well. I do need to vent these tires. Apparently that's the thing. The optics vented, and I'll admit it worked a lot better. And then to kind of help the body mount, because I didn't know what I was going to do, I actually bought Harley Designs rear flatbed. It does have a body mount, but I don't need it. The body sits so it can't move, and these are just on there to kind of help the body not slide around. Again, we're not winning fashion contests. We're hopefully getting to the top of crazy lines. That's all that counts. But yeah, so I printed this off. Comes with the little bit of a roll bar here. There's a few spots I could touch up, but it came out quite nice. And then this here, the actual flat deck itself, came out really well. And I printed all this in PLA Pro, which is the same material that the hood of the optic's done in. And that thing is still together, and it's taken some good falls, and it has not broken yet. So, you know, that Elegoo PLA Pro, it's decent stuff. Will this make it? Yeah, maybe not. Hard to say. I think it is. I did print it in 100% infill, I believe. But I can always print another one. That's the joy, right? Gears. So the cool thing about this build... Where's the box? So when you buy this, it doesn't really say anything about it having machine gears. I think it actually says, let's read that quickly. Yeah. I couldn't find anywhere. I might have just not looked hard enough, but I couldn't find anywhere that it had machine gears. And I know the Stance, the new one, officially comes with machine gears. But I thought, you know, this is the cheapest kit, builder's kit, VRD builder's kit, straight axles. It's probably not going to come, it would come as sintered. And I swear I read up that that's what it came with. So I ordered the EOS machine gears. I've got those in the Optic and they're still going. So I ordered the normal 830 for the rear, ring and pinion, and then I got the 824, I think, for the overdrive for the front. Lo and behold, I open up the box, start going to build the axles, and there's Vanquish machine gears. So now, this has a Vanquish rear and a EOS front, because I bought the overdrive gear, and the Forerunner will now officially get, because they're sitting over there, will get machined front and rear gears, and it'll be EOS Vanquish. What are you going to do? But that was actually a really good bonus, because everything on this is, you're getting the plastic pieces for your transmission. I think they should have put it for, like, added, what, $20, $30 extra, and either put the machine standoffs or the machined motor plate. Personally, I think just the machine standoffs would have done a lot better. But, you know, some people want this plastic tray right here. And I'll admit, it's kind of handy. Probably going to be using it. And by probably, I mean I am. Another thing I went and did. Obviously, this will have my FlySky G7P receiver in it. But I went and downloaded Jersey Scalar's battery tray and he's on Cults and Imagine, I believe. But this is for the VRD. So it mounts right in the center. Right like that. You know, more or less. Kind of right in the center there. And that allows you to put anything up to, I think he said 2200 or 3600, something like that. My batteries will fit. I run 1300s and 1300s and 2000. So, you know, my stuff's going to fit no problem. So that'll be there. And again, big thank you to Joe over at Jersey Scalar for giving me the every file I have. He has graciously, we'll say, donated to the channel. But he makes amazing files. You know, the hood on the Optic, that was his first one. Personally, it's my favorite one. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I had a little bit to do with how it was designed. Probably why it didn't do so well. Or, as well as his other one that he did. He did the Origin. And that set's doing so well. I still have to print that set and put it on. I still have the original Optic cage. But he does an amazing job of things. He's just done some body mounts for hard bodies to put on the 410. So he's for sliders. Like he's really coming along with some really cool stuff. And so I highly suggest going and getting yourself one of his files and printing some of his stuff. And if you can't print, obviously Imagine, or no, that's the other one. There are a number of people that are printing like and selling the Origin bodies, you know, working with him. I think Cliff McCrawl down the States, I believe he's doing it. So there are definitely ways of getting his product. Or designs, as you'd say, I guess. Whatever. What am I up from there? Anything else I need to mention? Oh, brass. I have brass knuckles in the front. I have no idea what they're, AMK or something. I have no idea. They were from Amazon. They did not fit the bearings perfectly well. Probably never going to get these bearings out, which is fine. I'll always get more bearings and a different set if I have to. But the wheels move. Everything's fine. Not going to worry about it. I wouldn't order them. If you see AMK, I don't even remember what the name was. Don't order it. They were not machined well. I had to sand them quite a bit and still had to like really fit the bearings in there. So they're pressed in. They're not going anywhere. They're in there for good. But last thing, and most importantly, what's going to be steering this? Well, obviously the NSDRC RS700 V2. Low profile. Look at it. It's right there. And it's orange. It's got orange stuff. Kind of goes and matches the copper weathering underneath the labotte. I've had great luck with the servo. This is what was in the I had this in the Zoku, which a local guy has. So the Zoku's still around. He's kind of figuring out how he's going to build it, what he's going to do. But I'll be really excited to see what he does with it. Eventually, yes, this will end up getting I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, this will end up getting a different set of chassis rails. But I'm just going to have fun with it the way it is right now. Shipping anything up from the States, as we know, is, well, I think shipping anything from anywhere, down or up from there, is, down to there, up from there, is just not great. So, it is what it is. You know, still going to do my part and support the companies that I like. I don't really care where they're from. If they're good people, I'm going to support them. And NSDRC, yes, they are in the USA, the US of America. But I've had nothing but amazing experiences with them, with their products, and just the people at the company, which led me to agreeing to be part of the team. And so, like I always say, I was a fan of NSDRC well before I became a team driver, or brand ambassador, whatever you want to call me. I'm not going to tell you to, this is what you gotta buy, you have no, all the other brands suck, blah blah blah. I'm just not going to do that. I have no interest, I have no of the energy for it, none. This is what I like. This is what I use. As you saw in the last video, the 4Runner with a damn near 3-year-old RS500B lasted 7 hours in a big rock creek bed without a hiccup. So that tells me right away it's a good servo, because I know a lot of servos that wouldn't have made it or would have had issues. Not saying all the other big companies suck or anything like that. You pick who you like. But this is what I like, and I have nothing, like, I can't promote them less. That's not the right way of saying it. I have nothing but good things to say. Sorry, Mark. It's been one of those weeks. It's been one of those weeks, I tell you. It's going to be a longer week this week. Anyway, check out NSDRC. Link is in the description. They just released some new SS servos. So for all you racing guys and, you know, buggies and all that stuff, the fast ones, drifting, epic servos. The numbers that are coming out of these servos are insane. They're definitely the next generation of servo, and NSDRC is always pushing the limits. Because that's what, you know, realistically, any good company has to do that. They got to keep pushing to that next level to keep things moving. And, but yeah. We're just going to get the Fusion in. Maybe I'll film me putting that in there. Who knows? And then after that, it'll be testing. So that might be the next run video because I'm really itching to try this truck. I have tested the optic, and it did really well. It was in another creek bed. And I buggered up my ankles real bad and my foot from rolling my ankles a lot on rocks and falling through a section. So you can see why I don't film, or I bring my filming gear for that. And I have a new phone. I have this. I got the expensive Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 thing. Z, whatever. So one of the next purchases for the channel will be an action camera. So it's gonna happen because I can't. Going to these places, I learned right away I can't film. I can't pay attention to walking. You know, with my vision, I really got to pay attention to walking too. Filming, walking, and driving. I can really only do 2 of those things. Driving and walking. Apparently, depending where I am, barely one of those things. All while paying attention to where I am. So, it's definitely some blind issues. So, of getting an action camera, looking at the little Insta360s that you can pull the thing up and put it somewhere. It'll be easy because I can just mount them to my remote and film that way. So, but yeah, so that's what's going on. This is the official next build. Has been the next build. That's what I've been building. It's definitely got a look to her. It looks like it has a squat, but there isn't a squat. Okay, it's squatted. Never mind. But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end it. This is the next build. I didn't do an unboxing because it just, so many people have done them. I'd rather just kind of go over what was in it. And this is the build. It's pretty straightforward. The gears in the transmission, sintered gears. So, yeah. But I haven't broken a set of those. So, it is what it is. I'm fine. But yeah. So, as always, folks, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. At the end there, you'll see a list of all the people I support or get support from, whether it's companies or YouTube channels. So, you know, go, and they're all in my description. In the description there, go check them all out. Especially if you're, you know, West Coast Canadian or Canadian in general. Definitely go check them out. And I don't care where you are in the world, go to the YouTube channels that are on there and give them a subscribe, because they're all great folks, and you know, it's free. So anyway, folks, thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.